Hi. I hope you are cozy, caffeinated, and curious because today is going to be a real treat. We have invited such a beautiful artists today at our show. I, on the behalf of Anuragyam team, first of all, welcome you both here on this platform of YouTube. And I am a slash curious for this session because I've got my notepad ready, my questions lined up, and honestly, I'm just as excited as you are because I have seen the work of these ladies, and trust me, I was mesmerized. I feel I'm really so fortunate to sit in front of these eminent guests of mine, and I really feel very privileged. So, before I do anything else, I welcome you both, the ladies. Mrs. Mandira Ganguly, welcome. And Ms. Saxena, welcome to this evening of art and friendship. Uh,
Thank you so
how
much.
uh, how both of you are doing? We'll start with Mandira, ma'am.
I'm doing fine, and I think it's a great privilege to be able to pursue one's passion in spite of any hurdles which may come up on the way.
Yeah,
So it's a lifelong passion, and it will always be there. And we always hope that our art lives beyond us.
yeah. And over to Miss Anu.
I'm great. I'm doing really great. And it's amazing to be on the show with you and more of the artist. So it's awesome. And definitely being an artist is something different, which I
Yes,
always.
I must say, when you are an artist, you are nearer to God. I do believe that, and I have seen your work. Uh,
Thank you.
uh, so, firstly, my question it's for Miss Mandira Ganguly. She belongs to Kolkata. Kolkata is city of art. I have been there once, and I have seen. We were walking around the streets, and I could hear harmonium or a tabla or something. It was evident everywhere that art, it's in the ear of Bengal.
Yes.
So is this culture only actually took you to these lanes of art?
Yes, that's true because when I was young, as a child, my father took prints of the paintings by Nandalal Bose and Abanindranath Tagore. Okay, so they were there
Yeah,
in my drawing room, and I used to really stare at them. And then when I came to Kolkata, I was studying literature, but in Park Street, which is very close to my college, okay, I used to just keep going to the stores and looking up art books. So maybe my heart was still in art at that time, and I've been painting since I was one. And for 12 years, I painted while I was in Assam while growing up. And then
okay.
after English honors, I went to Paris by chance. Over there, I
Yeah,
chose the American Center of Art because they would instruct in English. Because if it was French, I would not be able to understand. So that was my first art class, and the teacher, the mentor, was extremely helpful and very inspiring. Where she
okay.
showed her appreciation, she guided us about how we can do better. So that stayed with me. And I also went to so many museums, art museums in Europe, including the Louvre, because Louvre I could, visit at peace because I was staying in Paris at the time for about 15 months, and the
Okay.
others were a little rushed. But I still got to see Michelangelo. I mean, I got to see the Vatican City, and I saw Austria and England and Switzerland and many other places. So that was a big inspiration because they really display the master's works. It's
Hmm.
very accessible
Yeah.
to a student of art or an artist. At that time, I did not think that it would become one day become my full time profession, but it did finally. So I'm
And
very
Louvre,
thankful.
yeah.
Yeah,
Please carry on.
in spite of being in service for quite a few years, I still get this chance to follow my passion, to pour
Hmm.
myself into it. So I think that is very special. I'm very grateful to God because of that. And I really wish to explore as many avenues as I can as an artist.
That's really good. And Louvre is like a mecca for all the artists, and staying in a beautiful city like Paris, I think that would have actually have helped you to explore the world of art more.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, yes.
that's great. Now over to you, Anu. You are staying in Singapore. It's a beautiful city. I've been twice there, and I love the people. I love the vibe of Singapore. So how your art journey started?
So you will be surprised. I'm a trained engineer, and
Oh,
my mom is an artist. My mom is
okay,
an artist. Actually, my father is also he did caricatures, the funny caricatures of people, and my mom was into eyes. That's all I remember, and that's I think that's when my love affair with my passion started. It's just
okay,
rooted from there. And then after when I got married, I came to Singapore, and that's when I was having a great breakup from my career. I went on traveling. I went on like actually a lot of countries as well. And then every country I picked up the art. And then finally I figured it out that something which really pulls me or draws me was human portraits. And since then,
hmm.
I'm just struggling to put life into my canvases. That's all I'm trying my best to do, to breathe in the life.
When I saw your Nelson Mandela's portrait, trust me, I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
wow. It's a
And I
piece of
spilled my
art,
coffee
Anu.
over that. Thank you so
Trust
much.
me, it's
I was
so
doing in the
beautiful. It's a
plane. I
piece.
still remember. Oh, thank you so
It,
much.
it, it's beautiful. Okay. Everybody have an inspiration in their life. Is there something that inspire you in your art also? Over to Mandira, ma'am.
Yes. At the basic idea behind most of my work, I think, is exploring the way we humans grow in relation to other people, in relation to natural beauty around us, and also to outer space. Now, I would like this particular painting behind me. It's called
Yes, it's
First
beautiful.
Sighting. So I'll just give an example. Now there is this young astronaut, and she is at the cupola, something called the cupola in a space station, where she's able to see Earth from outside for the first time, and that is
Yeah,
a huge experience, and that is why she has the position of a fetus, because it's as though she's being reborn the
yeah.
moment she sees our own planet from outside, from space,
Wow.
and she's absolutely mesmerized by the sight. And it's a feeling, because space is something which is infinite, it is something very difficult to grasp, it has a lot of mystery, and we originate
Yeah,
from there, because without the star, without our own star, the sun, we would not be able to survive. So the earth is deeply connected to space, and it's part of space. Most of the time we forget while we are walking on the ground, but actually it is the universe which is
wow.
surrounding us, which is influencing us, and we are also part of that universe. We are not separate from it. Something of
Yes,
the awesome mystery and the infinite beauty and the eternal existence of the universe is a part of us, because our souls are also immortal. So we have a
yes,
connection. And at
yeah,
moments like this, I think the connection is very strong. You start feeling you're a part of something bigger than than yourself, something which maybe relates to something divine, and something which has no end, and so
wow.
a timelessness, right? So
Yeah,
that is why I find it very fascinating. This is only one expression. Most of my paintings, a lot of my paintings, have space as the background for this reason, and it may be a different human experience. Here, an astronaut is seeing the,
mm,
space for the first time. I'll just quickly
mm,
show you another painting. I'll
yeah,
have to move the camera, so just a moment. Okay.
yeah. We would
Uh,
love to see that, ma'am.
okay. Can you
Wow.
see the painting now? Right. Now,
Yes,
this
yes, I
painting,
can.
it has, yeah, it has Ganesh on Shiva's shoulders. Now,
Yes.
the parental bond and the childhood, connection is always there,
Mm,
but
mm,
but it is also connected to space, because when we are born, we
mm.
probably have a stronger connection, and because the surroundings, a parent starts to see the surroundings with the eye of the child sometimes. That is why
Yes,
it's more like a child, the planets and everything. even little the mouse is there, and Shiva is very protective and affectionate towards Ganesha, but Ganesha also makes him see the universe over again. Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So that is one of the ideas which keep recurring in my art. And I like portraits also. This is an oil and it's
Wow.
myself. Okay, so
Wow.
it is me. It is a self portrait. Yeah. One of the galleries here actually require a self portrait. So I thought, let me make one. Maybe I'll make some more. And a few
Wow.
other things also I explored, like, this is a painting which is a watercolor, okay, of
Oh,
Ganesha.
beautiful.
He on shore, like this is also the child and mother theme, like child and parent, and this is actually Conte. Now here, space is there. Can you see it?
Yes, yes, we
Are
can
you
see
able to?
that.
Yeah, it is a Conte pencil work. Here
Okay.
also, the little child actually she connects to nature and the moon, and a part of Lakshmi is also there because the owl is there and the full moon is there. Okay,
Wow.
and yeah, so most of my work and some of the work are just based on nature, like this one. This is just a flower, gladioli in watercolor. Can you see
Okay.
it?
Beautiful. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
So yeah. So most of my paintings do have outer space connected, but some of them are nature. I'll just show you another one. I know I'm moving around the room quite a bit. This is
Not.
uh, this is a sea in oil. Can you see it?
Wow.
Is the
Yeah.
lighting okay? Yeah, great. And this is another watercolor. Suddenly, those cowboys and stuff inspired
Yeah.
me. Okay, so
Nice.
there is
It's
a lot
good.
of variety in my art, but at the moment, I think I'm exploring the link with outer space a lot, especially
Hmm.
after reading Chris had.
Then reset your mic. The last part when you sat down, we couldn't hear that. It wasn't. It's not audible. Mm. It's very. The volume is very low. Earlier it was
How about
fine.
now?
Now
How
it's
about
fine.
now?
Now it's fine. Now
Okay,
it's fine.
great.
But
So,
ma'am,
what
beautiful
I was
house.
just, pardon?
Beautiful house, and it's like I have actually gone for a route. I'm watching an exhibition, beautiful art pieces, and trust me,
Thank you
beautiful
so much.
explanation. It's beautiful
Yeah,
explanation. Each and every artwork said so much. Obviously, you have made with your eyes. We have seen it, and it's more beautiful now.
thank you so much. I'm surrounded by all the paintings because I wanted to show them. Yeah,
That's really nice.
and thank you
Now
so much.
I go over to Miss Anu. What inspired you, Anu, to paint? Apart from your mother, of course, your mother is your inspiration. What else inspired you?
Actually, the human around me, that's the thing which may interact the most. And somewhere I always wanted to paint my papa for my I always wanted to because he always do the caricatures. So I thought once I just wanted to, paint. And then I started when I started learning. I also started as eyes as my mom did, and I somehow managed to create. Actually, I have adopted Laddu Gopal as well, so I'm very close
Okay,
to Krishna.
okay,
I love the idea of seeing the universe in his eyes. Oh my god, that's like
yeah,
something like
yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
all can
True.
amazing out of that, like anything. So I started with eyes, smaller, bigger, whatever sizes I can think of, and inside I always tried to give my galaxies. That's what I started with. So even in my all of the paintings, what you can see is always the eyes. What I catch. Actually, recently I painted a Jesus Christ for one of the local church here in Singapore. So,
Okay,
and it in the night it spooked me. So I was watching a movie and it was
okay,
like about 2 3 a.m. and I just walked past. and I felt that the eyes are like this. I was like, okay. I quickly ran for my phone. I took my camera and I shoot it. I walked around with the camera. I still have that video on my Insta and my TikTok. Eyes are, they really shifted. I have seen, like, showed to a lot of people and really shifted. So that's one thing I love about my painting's eyes. So I'm more on animals as well. I'll paint animals in that. Tigers are my favorite. I did elephant, tiger. I've done a lot of animals, but again, it comes to eyes. How you can see that the painting is really talking to you. You say, right? So it's always the
Actually.
eyes, the emotions, and I don't feel myself putting emotions to any other subject. you know
Hmm, hmm,
I'm
hmm,
like,
hmm.
if I'm painting a building, I can just precisely make him alive, but I cannot put emotions in that building. What I
True.
mean, I
True.
can't put that feeling, which I can put in baby's eyes, that
Yeah.
innocence. And it looks like they're just suddenly gonna twinkle smile at you, or
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
to that very, like, I have painted for a lot of, now I do a lot of commission work, so a lot of people in Singapore, their parents, grandparents, or spouse, those who are not with them. So it is like so beautiful seeing them crying, having the tears, like that. The thing is suddenly alive in front of you,
I like
which probably a photograph will never do, because you don't
actually.
know how it was. But when our artists recreate that, it's all about that feeling. So that is the thing which really, really, really bring me to here, and that's what I'm living for now.
True, true. And your paintings, actually, you can feel a connect with them. Uh, and I think one artist, when the person who views it connects with it, so artist ka job is done, I suppose. Okay.
Yes, I do feel like, because I'm still
Yeah.
learning, but still
You
it
must
is
be
See, I'm
something.
feeling that
also
for
an
your
engineer,
poetry
Anu.
also.
Sorry.
I'm also an
Monica?
engineer. Can you please give some little DNA to me? I could paint a little like you. I would be really, really happy.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes,
And
yes, ma'am.
we also, because you're a poet and an author, so reading always inspires me and
Yes,
to
yes.
paint more. And it's an
Definitely has to
amazing
stay
thing,
awake.
I know that you're able to see things live no matter what, right? The
Yes,
life in
yes,
them. It always inspires you.
yes.
That's
You
Ma'am,
hardly
amazing
have
thing.
the words.
I always say that artists are specially blessed. Whatever art we are doing, we have a special
Yeah.
blessings of Almighty with us.
Yes,
And
yes, very true.
yes,
Whether it is
yes,
writing, whether painting or music or
yes,
anything.
yes, ma'am. Okay, now my next question is I'm really very curious about this. How do you begin your painting? Like how the idea comes, then what you actually think, what comes in your mind, how you start, because this is something I really, really want to know.
Yeah, and yeah. So there are times when a dream can set it off. Maybe I dream something at night while sleeping, but at other times it is normally a sense of beauty and life and any kind of visual which I see. It can be a photograph which I took, or something which
Okay.
is right in front of me, or even a photograph which is taken by someone else, but it should have a spark within me. I should connect with it suddenly, and it's not always something I can explain in words. But if I feel a connection to any kind of visual, I go ahead and start on the canvas or paper. And as I progress, normally something of my own is also added. It's not
Okay.
always the image or the reference. Okay,
Okay.
something in within me will also influence the actual art. So it's a combination. And like you said, lots of times when we paint, we feel a strange connection which could be divine, something, a higher force, and what is in front of us, and something
Hmm.
within us. I think these three things always impact. And then
Actually.
I make the initial drawing, and sometimes I change the composition while I'm painting. Then it will take a little bit of time. And normally I would just start with the sketching and start thinking of the shade colors, and depending on the medium, and and then it develops almost on its own. It takes a life of its own. And if I feel I need to change something, I do that. But it's always those three things: the actual visual, my connection with it, and
Hmm.
also the some kind of higher force also, because the
Okay.
spiritual connection is very strong if
Yes,
I'm
yes. We have
really into
seen
it.
it in the paintings also. There is a
Yeah,
spiritual connect. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. And of course, all the artists I love, some of their influence will always rub on. like, maybe because I love many artists like Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci, or maybe Klimt, or Picasso, or Monet, or someone more contemporary. Like, I love Gerard Richter, the German artist. So all that also comes in, actually, but mainly those three forces which I talked about.
Okay, thank you. And here we welcome Dr. Renuka. Welcome, ma'am.
I
Hi. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I am okay. Actually, not well. I was constantly traveling. So,
Okay,
because of change of climate and water, very bad health.
okay, okay. I hope you're fine now to talk a little bit with us
I could
because
pull
we are
myself
really
for this.
excited. We are really excited to have you here. Since when we were talking before you came about the inspirations, about we started, how these people started, we would really like to know what inspires you, how you started.
Um, See, basically, this is my birth gift. Probably, I can say that I got it, inherited from my father. But meanwhile, by the time I came to the conscious, I have never seen my father working, but I have seen his paintings. So, which have, if you really ask me what inspires
Oh,
me
the
more,
sound is gone.
what inspires me more is the nature. If you really ask me, the nature inspires me more. I am very much, the minute I'm in between the nature, I'm a very different personality. So whether it is trees or mountains or whatever it is. And when it comes to my art, the same tree, rivers, mountains, flowers, and the human characters, these things are all predicted in different art forms. And
Hmm.
moreover, the history of our art. What matters to me is like a lot of new things have come up, lot of changes have come up when it comes to an art industry. It's always a huge competition and it's always a huge challenge. But
Hmm.
in between all these things, to retain our heritage, retain our old art forms, and giving it that importance, uh, I'm more focused towards that one. So
Hmm.
all these things have always inspired me, self-taught. But over a period of time, I got an opportunity to get a guru who is from Mysore Palace, Subramanya Raju. He was
Hmm.
my guru for Mysore traditional painting. And then I did my
Okay,
Ganji for Raghupati Bhatt. Again, he was an internationally award-winning artist. So
that's great.
this is how this is how the life started.
But beautiful, yeah. But making these art pieces, I think that make you more alive. Beautiful, Pam. I've seen your artworks, and I've told them also. These ladies, yesterday I just was browsing through that, and I was like, wow, next painting, wow, wow. My daughter was sitting alongside, and she said, "Mama, what are you saying?" And she said, and then we both were like vowing it. Wow, this is too good. This is too good. And really, I'm blessed to actually chat with you ladies. Trust me, it's such a
It's
huge
pleasure for
honor
us
for me.
also. It's pleasure for us also.
Thank you, thank you. Now my question is to Miss Anu. Do you prefer working in silence, or you need music, or you need something that actually pushes you?
I usually
Okay.
travel. So I
Whom
usually
you are
have
asking?
travel Indonesia. So I'm
I-
blessed to
I'm
be in Singapore.
asking it to Miss Anu.
Ah,
Oh, sorry. So I just travel. So I'll take the idea, I'll take the concept, and then it's just me in my own zone. So when I'm like on a people detox, on phone detox, or anything, and I'll just go and I'll
Very
just
nice.
paint. So recently I'm painting this subject. It's a wedding for a Malay family in Singapore.
Okay.
The mom passed away. The bride's mom passed away just 2 weeks before. So
Oh.
now everything is prepared. Her dress, the concept, the idea of her flower decoration, everything is there. It's just that she's not there. So now they wanted me to
Oh, yeah.
paint her right in between the family
Yeah,
portrait. So I saw the mock up, I saw the detailing of her dress and everything. Now it's just my visualization how I'm gonna just portray it. So that's something I just love to do. So I need my own space for that. So for me, it's like first the idea, the stories of
hmm,
everyone. So what
hmm,
sort of expressions there should be, because this photo is not, it doesn't exist. So it's just
actually.
all
Yeah.
about their feelings, their sentiments, which I have to just put and paint on the canvas. So that's the thing.
And the artists are born sensitive. Yes, we need to do that. And sometimes we actually these things move us also,
Yeah.
for sure. So my question to you, Dr. Renuka, how do you work? You need music, you need silence. What you need
I
when you are
do need
painting?
my music. And whenever it is like unnormal paintings, like if you ask me to, when I'm working with miniatures, like all the North miniatures, no? So
Hmm.
if it is a tribal folk, I love to listen to the tribal folk, only the musical instruments. I really love
Yeah.
to listen that. And when it comes to like Ragini and all those things, I really love to go with 70s, 80s old movie songs, even 60s movie songs. And when it comes to divine, I am very much particular and stick with the Vedic chants. So
Okay.
according to the mood, according to the art form, yes, if these musics are not there, my mind will not work.
That's really good to know, because I'm such a fond of music. I can't do anything without that. So it's
Yes.
great to know that. And how about you, Mandira ma'am? How do you like to
Yeah,
paint? What environment?
I right. I just love listening to music, and but when I'm working, normally it is either Western or Hindustani classical. Either one of the, like,
Okay.
I would listen to Mozart maybe, or I'm listening to Bhimshan Joshi, one of my favorites. Normally it's classical music while I'm painting, but otherwise I listen to everything. I've got a wide range of contemporary and everything, Rihanna and Adele and
In that
everybody.
case,
But when
in
I'm
that
painting,
case,
it's
even I am
mainly
like that.
classical music.
With the
Okay.
Yeah,
painting, in that case, even I'm like that. But with the painting,
yeah,
yeah, we have our own choices. And the best part is,
yeah.
I really don't want anyone to come and disturb me. So I make sure
Same
that
here.
all my
Yeah, same
household
because
chores, no, all my
I'm just
household
alone
chores,
in
I
my
finish it.
studio when painting.
Yeah, I finish all my household chores and then I make sure that everything is kept there. Go help yourself. Don't bother me. And then I'm in my
Yeah,
own world.
yeah.
So since you have brought this subject, I would like to ask. I'm a female. Being a female, were there any challenges when you started painting? Because obviously we know that
You're
we have
asking me?
to actually. There are so many hurdles in our way. Was it an easy thing for you? Was there something that you have faced challenges? Just let me know about that.
You're asking me?
But
I will think. Start with the Mandira ma'am. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
okay. Uh, like at the start, what happened is I used to paint on my own when I was in Assam as a child. Later, as a young person in Paris, also I painted on my own. But when I started painting the third time, this was while I was in service. I was about to retire voluntarily. I thought I'll start to paint again. The mentor told me that you must showcase your work, you must display, you must exhibit. So that is when I turned professional. This was only in 2015. So at that time, it was quite tough because I had my job, and in the weekends, I was trying to make paintings which are worthy of exhibitions. And only my teacher felt that I should go professional because that was not in my mind. I just love painting. So I wanted to paint. Then, the shows became successful. People started appreciating a lot. Big artists started viewing my work and appreciating them. A few people bought the paintings. And then I got enthusiastic about shows also. By now, I've had 7 solo exhibitions, mostly in major art galleries in Kolkata. And I'm looking to go to the other states, maybe abroad sometime. Now, initially it was quite hard work because I was painting after a span of time with my job when I went professional, like when I started being in shows. And but now it's easier. It's simpler now because I'm a little more sure of what I want to do, And there is courage involved at every step, because if I want to try something new, I don't know whether it will work or not. So, but I
Yeah.
have to give myself that freedom, you know.
Yeah.
So I give myself that freedom. If I try to do something new, it's slightly easier now, but it was initially it was quite tough, you know, managing
That's
everything in life and at the same time painting. And but now I'm fine with it. And we need to grow as artists. You can't get stuck
yeah.
in a at a point, right? Because you want to do better, you want to grow laterally and vertically, like in every possible way. So
Yeah.
I like to have an open mind. And it's a lifelong passion, so it never ends. And
Yeah.
age will never matter. I've been painting since one, and I'm still at it, you know, with all my full
I
force.
totally agree
So
with you,
yeah,
Mandira.
right.
How
Totally
about
agree with
you?
you.
How about you, Dr. Renuka? How about you?
Yes,
Any challenges faced?
it was a struggle because my mom is extremely backward thought process. According to her, art is something which is totally a waste. So that
Hmm.
is the major reason my father couldn't pull it up. And then when she saw me doing it, he got furious. So I used to hide and secretly do. But still, at that time also, I really could, because my father used to work for Air Force. And at that time, we had that All India national level competition. I was in ninth standard and it was in the senior category, ninth, 10th, and 11th, 12th. And throughout
Hmm.
India, I came first. That
Wow.
pushed me. That pushed me. And then after that, that passion never died because it's like if I'm surviving, that if the art has to be with me. Otherwise, I'm no more
Excellent.
a lively person. It's like that for me. And beyond that, what happened then after marriage? Then lot of roller coaster happened. I lost my husband in a very young age. I was 28 when I lost my husband, and in-law
Oh,
side no major support. I have to take up the job. 2018, I took my volunteer retirement because of some health issue. I left my job as a general manager operations. I left it, and for 2 years, 18, 19, and 20, like these 2 years, I was totally under medication and all those things. From 21, I have taken it up and touched wood with God's grace. I have, yeah, it's God's wish and God's grace. Good popularity, name, fame, awards, achievements, recognitions,
that's
everything I
really
could achieve. So now,
very
as
inspiring.
Mandira ma'am said, we ladies, we really, to achieve our passion, to achieve what we like, to achieve what we desire, we really do hard work for that. We
Yeah.
really do hard work for that because it doesn't come just like that. Because
Hmm.
we never run away from our duties, we never run away
True.
from our commitments,
True.
we never run away from our responsibilities. And as she said, she was doing the paintings for her exhibitions, but I was still connected with the paintings when I was working, either for gifting, either for something like, but I was connected with my painting. Full
Hmm.
fledged, I
Hmm.
started it from 2021, and now I am here.
Very inspiring, both of you. Now over to Anu. How about you, Anu?
Okay, for God grace, my husband was extremely supportive, and
That's great. That's great.
That's
he
good.
works with Swiss
That's good.
Bank, so he was a very extremely busy guy until now. So I've always been traveling solo out. Even when my daughter was born, I don't remember taking her in my. I didn't remember even one sleepless night. To be honest, it was his duty. So
That's
yeah. So
great.
for me,
That's really good.
it was an amazing. That's when I can put emotions, right? Because I'm very happy inside, so it's very easy for me to handle any emotion which comes in front of me. So yeah, so for me it was a little different, but it's been an exciting journey for me more than anything else.
Yeah. Yeah. What they say is in poetic terms that we women are very strong. We can reach for the sky, but if somebody like our family supports us, we reach there to the apex
True.
because that's something exactly when you get the family support. I think nothing like that. And
Monica,
thankfully for
if the family
huh,
support, we will cross the
yeah,
skies.
actually,
Yeah,
yeah,
true.
you can cross the sky.
Yes.
and
That's what I'm
And
planning.
thankfully for me too, my husband, he really supports me. I think I'm the spoiled part.
Yeah, that's same.
So,
That's good again. That's
That's
good.
lovely.
So thankfully, we have found our ways because I think somehow our resilience, women are more resilient, we are more courageous. We find our ways. However we find it by
Yes.
any whatever it is. And I can't even tell you. While I was listening to your stories, I was like, wow, so inspiring. And when a woman inspires another woman, nothing like that. And you guys have
Yeah.
totally inspired me today. So I'll just switch over to next question. uh, your typical day, what's in the studio? Matlab, there's a preparation, a coffee, like it's an informal one. I literally need a coffee. I literally need to read something before writing. That actually grooves me. uh, Coffee, tea, lemonade, anything, something that really is like a fuel to your thought process.
Yeah,
uh,
like normally what I do, I love early mornings. I'm starting. Shall I go ahead with my experience? So I love early mornings. I love waking up really early, say at dawn, and I do take my coffee also and a drink and maybe some nuts or something. I do 5 minutes of yoga, very simple yoga, which is
yeah,
completed in about
I'm
five
a,
ten
I'm a
minutes.
yoga enthusiast too.
Yeah. So and after that, after that, I go into my studio and I'm there till about midday. Now I can afford to do that because I'm not in service anymore, and and also the family commitments are such that I'm able to give the first half of the day to my art most of the time. So I love painting during that time and also early evening. And normally I listen to music and writing. Not writing, reading literature and music, and even watching movies inspire me. So that is
Yeah,
there, and so that's how my day is. Normally, I paint during the first half, and to start off, I just drink and exercise a little bit. Drink coffee,
that's
not
really
anything else. Yeah, coffee or tea. Yeah, and then I start off. So that's how I start off normally during the
how
day.
about,
Sometimes early evening, I paint. Not all the time. Sometimes late night I paint, but mostly early morning.
and how about you, Dr. Renuka?
Uh, See, I am not into any kind of tea, coffee, or anything like that.
Very
My
nice.
my routine is like drink at least 2 3 glass of good warm water.
Very
And
nice.
for me, there is, if you really ask me, I am a very, my kids always tell me you are a crazy woman because they say, because it's not a specific time, like only night I have to do, or the early morning I have to do, or afternoon I have to sit and do. But if you really ask me, the most comfortable time for me is by 8:30 in the night until 8:30 in the morning. Afterwards, it is
Okay.
lot of disturbance. Afterwards, it is lot of disturbance. And sometimes I am such a woman, like hardly 1 or 2 hours I'll sleep, and then again I'll bounce back. Like that shavasana technique. I am also into vipassana yoga and couple of other things.
Very nice.
So
Nice.
yeah, so that gives that energy. Like 6 or 8 hours of sleep, it can you can pull it in 1.5 2 hours. So I
True.
do that practice, and I again bounce back, and I again sit. But sometimes, yes, I take my own leisure time, and I'll be depending on the situation. Sometimes because of the children, the time is demanded. Our time is demanded to them. So in that case, yes, I do adjust. But when I totally have my time, I'm into my own way. As she said, for me, it is a meditation. Meditation is
Yeah,
more important for me before starting up with any work, because
true.
most of the
True.
work, 90% of my work is, like connected with traditional, folk,
Hmm.
tribal, and again, it is connected with our mythology and our history.
Hmm. Hmm.
So the meditation matters a lot to me.
Yeah, true. And how about you, Anu?
For me, I'm quite a social butterfly actually. So and I travel a lot as well. So usually my nights are more into music and dance. That's what is
Okay.
relaxing time for me, being with friends, just be myself. And I can paint any time of the day, any point of the day actually. I can, and usually I travel when I paint, so it's different for me. I'm not a very disciplined person actually, but it's okay. I manage somehow.
End of
And
the day, you
I'm
are
also
getting
not a
know what
coffee
you
tea
want.
person.
That matters a lot.
Yeah, I'm also not a coffee tea person, but I would love to start my day with a red glass of wine.
Okay,
That works for
good,
me
good.
like a blessing.
That's really great. We are like different, but somehow we are connected also. As a females,
True.
we
See,
have our own. Yeah.
a glass of red wine is for me a relaxing time. At
Yeah.
that time, when my husband talks about art, I can't even I said, please relax. I want to calm down
Yeah,
myself.
true. That's the thing.
Uh, One question from my side, Dr. Renuka. You are into traditional and folk tribal. Do you go and connect with those people and how it helps you in your art?
uh, if you ask me,
Hmm.
see, I'm not going and connecting with anybody. If you really
Okay.
ask me, but
Okay.
meanwhile, in between, I have completed my art history course. I've completed
Okay.
my art history course, like the kind of the research course I am talking about. So when we complete that, automatically we get the sources and multiple other links and support where we can go explore and get those things in our hand. That is one thing. Second thing, yes, of course, the online has helped me a lot. I've come across with multiple platforms. And when
Hmm.
I saw that certain people, they say that they are teaching this or they are talking about this, but they have never done the justice. I'm
Yeah.
not here to point out a specific name or anything.
Hmm.
Sorry. So then I decided, okay, fine, the authenticity of this one has to be retained in a right way. So my focus is only to do that. Whereas I do the painting of abstract, contemporary, fusion, realistic paintings like portraits, naturescapes, and all. But that and all, like just to take a break from this regular routine. Because when it
Hmm.
comes to folk, tribal, and traditional, it is very, very, very tedious work. Your back will
Hmm.
go off because the very thin lines and everything, and that everything has to be achieved through brush only. And it's
Hmm.
not easy to get that fine lines and all.
True.
So
True.
to get that break, yeah, I do all these things. But these are the
Hmm.
things which has kept me ongoing.
That's really good. That's really great. We have plagiarism issue in our writing. Do you also face art plagiarism? Have you ever faced that? Over to you, Anu.
um, I don't know. For me, it is something else and something different and divine. I really can't explain this if I have ever felt, or probably I have not.
Okay, that's great. Any creative block because we have writing blocks sometimes. Like I just can't even fathom what to write. I start and I can't never end. But do you guys ever face a creative block?
Yes, there are always creative blocks are there, but that's when you have to really step out, think a lot of different aspects. Sometimes I paint and I just redo three times, four times one painting. So that I think majorly happens with a lot of people.
Okay. And how
Yeah.
about you?
Normally,
Yeah, please continue.
yeah, sometimes, we do face creative blocks, painting blocks, but normally I just let it go for a while. Maybe I paint something else and then come back to it in 1 or 2 days and it goes off. So again, it starts flowing. That's how I deal with the creative blocks. I normally paint something else. Like maybe I'm
That's good.
painting a figure and then I'm not sure how to go ahead, and somehow I'm not satisfied the way it's progressing, or at some stage I don't know what to do next. So maybe I'll paint a flower, and then that goes off well, and I come back and my mind is clear. So that's how I deal with it. I give it a break.
That's great. That's great. We need a break. And how about you, Dr. Renuka?
Uh,
Any creative block, something like that? Because it happens to me sometimes, definitely.
it has happened with me also. It has happened with me also. The thing is, when I decide to start everything, like, see, when I say like traditional tribal and folk, most of the things are existing, right? And in that, when we capture, if let me tell you one example of Tanjore painting. And in Danjal painting, what happens? When you see outside, now you will get a standard style, standard mode of
Mm.
working on it, all those things. But yes, when I want to add on something in that and make it look entirely different, but maintaining the authenticity, I struggle a lot at that time.
Really true.
Happens with me too. But like as Mandira ma'am said, for some time I take a break and I just listen to the music, or I go and play with my daughter, though she is almost 30 now, but still I don't leave her alone. And she will tell me, "You're a spoiled child." She'll say, "Till you are working, it was fine. Now you are at home and you are a spoiled child." She will say that. So I go disturb her, or I'll go and tease my son who is there in Gurgaon, he's working. So
Okay.
this is what. But yeah, when I add up something new, it is a challenge. I don't know whether you have seen my Saraswati Tagore painting. It was a big challenge because the whole mandapam and everything, because that particular style
Wow.
of Tagore painting is always shown in a very typical standard style. There is nothing new added in that. And I was
Okay.
bored. I said, no, like, see, as an artist, I can bring that creativity without disturbing the authenticity of the
Mm.
painting.
True.
So, yes, it happens with me too.
So before our time is now almost done, but before we go, I would like to ask an informal question. We are females. We have our favorites. So I would like to ask you, ladies, your favorites, your song, your favorite hero, your cinema crush, anything that would really would be great if you could share that with me.
Like in the
For me,
field
it's
of
Rekha.
art or
For me, it's Rekha and Sridevi, who has always
Okay,
Rekha and Sridevi,
that's
if you
great.
really ask
okay.
me. And heroes, if you ask from South India, it is Ajay, Kamal, all these people. In North India, obviously, Amitabh Bachchan is any time. Amitabh
And how
Bachchan
about you,
and
Anu?
Saif Ali Khan and
Okay.
Bobby
Uh,
Deol. These people are
Oh,
anytime.
great, great. How about you, Anu?
I'm a big fan of Sufi songs. Somehow it is something which really calms me down. So most
Agree
of
with
my
you.
nights will be in Dubai here and there. Sufi songs. So
Yes.
That's great.
That's
yeah,
very soothing
so
actually.
I
Sufi songs
love
are
all
no,
the
it will totally
Pakistani.
Yeah.
calm you down.
Yeah,
And as far as
actually.
movies are
Yeah,
concerned,
yeah. So
like in movies,
I love the
I
1950 sections.
I'm a big fan of Shah Rukh and Gregory Peck. Okay,
Very nice.
and yeah, for music, I think it's Bhimshan Joshi. He's a Hindustani classical singer, Bhimshan Joshi. I just love
Yeah.
his music, and I love Mozart. And any other fields, because I'm so much of outer space comes into my paintings. I like reading books by Chris Hadfield. He's an astronaut. He has been to the
Okay.
ISS like Sunny Williams, and he the wonder and the mystery they felt he's able to express, and how much of a struggle they had to go through before they became astronauts. So that also inspires me, any kind of writing. And I love Shakespeare. Still, I was an English honor student, so I love
Oh,
Shakespeare. Reading
okay.
comes
That's
very
great.
naturally to me, so that is why I was so
In
interested,
that
you
case,
being a
if you
poet
ask
and
me,
author.
Shakespeare is my favorite. Sufi songs are my favorite. Anything like, yeah. But as a crush, if she asked me, no, then I told about all the heroes and heroines.
Yeah, yeah.
No, no, why shouldn't we? Even I love Shah Rukh. Mandira ma'am, I love him.
Same here.
So today I really had a great time with you ladies. Trust me, it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a beautiful evening. I really wanted to hold a cup of coffee. It's like four friends meeting together on a common platform. I really love talking to you, and really a glimpse into the mind of an artist. It's a beautiful feeling, and I really feel very honored. Uh,
Thank you
thank
so
Same
much.
here.
you,
The feeling is
Same here.
mutual.
thank you
It was
all
really a
for
very good
inviting.
platform. And we got to know because most of the time online, we just see, okay, this person, this work, this person, this work. But we never
Yeah,
get to know what they are, who they are, how they are. So this is a
Yes.
yeah,
best platform where we get to know, okay, this person is this. So it's
yeah.
really an amazing opportunity for all the three of us. I
Yeah,
think two
and
more people are
And
I
supposed
think
to join. They have not joined.
we must
and
read
for
some of
listeners,
your writing. What would you
pardon,
recommend first? something of your
Me,
poetry
I
or
write more in Hindi. Actually, Mandira ma'am, I think I'm a Hindi writer. I write in English, but I write more in Hindi.
okay.
So yeah,
Yeah, I'm not
that's
very
so. But
familiar with Hindi, but maybe there could be translations or some English writing which I can
yeah,
read.
yeah, I definitely will do that
Yeah.
because
But on
that's
what
my
topic
medium.
you write, ma'am?
I
Uh,
write on
and
everything, on
Anu,
life, on love. Basically, I write more on
yeah,
life. I have two books, one in Hindi, one in English. English one was on quotes, and
yeah,
another one is on Hindi. So it's a beautiful thing. I really, and I think somehow internet has actually given us twins. Those who can't
yes,
move around, like with the family, when my kids was, now that they have grown up little, they are going to college. But before, when they were in school, I think this was the medium who gave me push, and I started writing. So blessed is the internet, who have actually made us fly, gave us
yes.
wings.
They say no, all the
And now,
technology, if it is
see,
used in the right way,
we are
it is a
from
boon.
totally different parts of the world. You are in sitting in
Yes,
Kolkata, you're Bangalore. She's in Singapore. I'm in Faridabad, and we are talking like, old friends. So it's such a blessing.
True.
yes, yes. Very true.
Very true.
Yeah. So with that, we take a leave, and I really again want to thank you all, and I really wish you a very good future, a great future, and more art into your life. Thank you
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
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 much.
much.
much, and same to
All.
Thank you so
you.
much. It was really pleasure meeting you, and thank you for
Yeah.
this lovely platform. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you so
much.
much.
Thank you.